Hey everyone, welcome to Sudbury Interviews. Today we have Allison MacDonald. She's a singer and a badass guitar player, and she plays gigs around Sudbury. Just before we begin, you can find us on Sudztown.com and join the conversation. Hi Allison.
Hey Dan, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How's it going?
Not too bad here. No,
So this is episode 2, and this thing just started yesterday.
very cool. I just saw that you were posting it, and I got to tell you, I'm always appreciating how much effort you're willing to put into this seemingly small but pretty large community that we have. So kudos to you, and thanks for having me.
So what's going on in Allison's world?
Allison has just been, really enjoying a wide range of gigs.
Yeah, I see that. It's amazing what you're doing. Like you're a veteran. You've been playing for a long time.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Is it good to be a musician in Sudbury? Is it a good spot for it?
I would say absolutely. We have so many both large and small events that go on here. And especially even the smaller, what would seem like smaller ones, more personal ones. What's the one thing we've all grown up with? Sitting around a campfire, having friends playing guitar. It's something we've all grown up with and have enjoyed, and that like these things carry into larger events, and they turn into now birthday parties or a long weekend wanting to have friends over, and people are willing to have musicians join, and I think it's just a little bit of part of the culture here. So I would say it's a great spot for gigging.
Yeah. Did you always know that you wanted to do this?
Uh, no, but I think early on when you start having those really late night with you or early mornings with your friends, um, you really enjoy the camaraderie that comes with it. And it can be pretty contagious to just one more song, because you vibe off of the people. And um, I don't know that I always knew I wanted to do it, but I just knew I loved doing it.
Yeah, that's great. So you figure you got another couple of decades in you?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good spot to be a musician. Have you ever
Mhm.
thought about leaving Sudbury?
In terms of for performing and things like that,
Yeah.
uh, I've thought of it, and I think that's just maybe where the humility comes in, and that this is, would this be enough? I mean, I don't want to say it would be, but I also don't want to discount that if this is the end of the road, that it's not enough.
Right, right.
you know, because I do enjoy it. Do I hope more could come of it? Of course. Who wouldn't?
Well, you're a mega talent as far as I'm concerned. And
Yeah.
so, what kind of guitar are you playing on?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm currently playing, it's a Martin D15, and it's pretty significant. I had a cousin, well, we all played guitar, and he had ordered that for himself, and I opted to, shortly after he had passed, kind of suddenly, that I would order the same guitar for myself and play the shit out of it, for every gig, because, if that's what the guy wanted to do and write music, I could at least do the part of playing the hell out of the guitar on on his behalf. So that's what I'm playing. I don't feel I have any business playing a Martin, but I'll make it work.
So, do you have more than one guitar?
Yeah, I've got a couple Martins, and
Really? Wow.
then yeah, they're just so crisp sounding. It's hard to stray from. I wish I was a little bit more handsy on it, but that's something I'm always working on. So
Do you play electric guitar?
I've wanted to start introducing it for more of the bigger scale gigs where I'm not really a significant part of the sound.
Right.
So I have a Telecaster, to be introduced into the mix as just something to be playing to keep my hands busy.
You have a Telecaster guitar?
I do.
Oh, those are my favorite. I love those.
Do you?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I can't help but think that's a workhorse.
yeah. Those are just hot guitars overall. I think
Yeah, I
beautiful.
think so.
So hmm, how many gigs are you doing? Like maybe a couple a month or something?
In and around that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I try not to go for more than once a week. And if it's
yeah.
a little less than that, like it kind of ebbs and flows depending on the season.
Right, right. You
So
guys did some
that's
pretty
kind
big
of the norm.
shows too, eh? Bell Park and was it?
Yeah, there were a couple different Bell Park events. As a full band, we've taken a couple rounds at Valley East Days now, and this year we'll be closing out Saturday night, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's getting to be a really fun time to find out what the bigger stages are like.
Yeah, what I want to try to do is cover more events too, and actually go there, take pictures, and
Oh, cool.
interview the bands like in person, and just more of a focus on the local music scene
Hmm.
here, because there's so much going on, and we gotta
There's
we gotta
tons.
cover that. Like, there's so much talent everywhere,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. A friend of mine was running an open mic for a little while, and I know it carry. I think it took a bit of a break, but here and there's some other open mics that have been going around. But I feel like a lot of confidence was built in some of the attendees of open mic, and I think that's great because we've all started somewhere, and
Yeah,
it's a matter of getting. I don't want to say it is mastering your craft, I guess, but I think it was pretty helpful to build some encouragement around town for folks to put that passion out there a little bit more. So that'll be somebody I think you should talk to.
who's that?
Julio.
Oh, Julio. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to get him on the show at some point. So,
Oh, great guy.
talk about your influences musically. Tell us a little bit about what what inspires you, what artists you love, maybe like a couple of them, and what makes you tick. What do you love musically?
Musically, I tend to lean towards because I'm at the point where I would almost say I'm more of a singer who happens to be able to play guitar along with herself.
Yeah, good.
So most of my first picks are going to be in the lane of like strong vocals, and I
Right.
don't mean to say nothing screaming, but like the kind where in a dip of a song you're going to go to the gut and everybody's going to feel that part of the song with you, and those are the types of things I lean to. So very much, Concrete Blonde,
Oh wow.
all have, yeah. Um, kind of those gut check songs that you kind of dig deep and you go cross-eyed for a second, but it feels good to commit to it. Those are I'd say my first picks for songs.
That's
Um,
great. Yeah.
yeah.
So is that what we would expect to go if we go to your live show? We're going to hear some type of music like that.
I would say you never know what you're going to get.
Okay.
In that I try to have such a range because I want to play what I want to play, but at the same time, I want the people there to hear things that they're going to enjoy too. So I like to try and read a room that if I can see some kind of reaction or feedback from people, because I like interacting with when I'm playing with people, I'd like to cross into whatever realm I can. Because as long as you have a table or two sticking with you, I'll play whatever you want as long as I can all night long, because now we're having a time and it's not just about me playing the set that I lined up for myself. I want it to be something for everybody and that they want to stay. So I'd say I'm very much a random mixtape you're going to find, or heading to a yard sale, the random table at a yard sale. That's me.
That's what I love the most. That's
I
great.
think so, yeah.
Cool. So, what do you think? What do you think we should do next as a community here in Sudbury? Musically, festival wise, I don't know. Just where do you see things going for us?
I don't know where we should go next. I feel like there's been a lot of headway made with trying to have events where they're featuring many people. I know there's a group in town here where they'll book a bunch of artists for things like Rib Fest and Poopin Fest, which
Right.
is great. It's not just the same four people that you might find somewhere. So it's nice to see the range. There's a lot of bars and patios now that are picking from the lot, and it's good. It's great when we can all at some point get out and support each other for these things, because I think there's a lot we can all learn from each other.
Yeah,
So
most
it's
definitely. Yeah.
yeah, I would say, especially if more so, like, a support thing is always great, and I think that never gets old.
Are you guys a duo, a band, or do you play alone too?
Oh yeah, there was often the duo, the trio, the full band, but I'm doing a lot of things on my own, just kind of capitalizing on some opportunities. And
Wow.
I mean, at this point, we're all pretty busy,
You mean
so
there was
to
a
get everybody I'm sorry.
there was Acousticaro
Yep.
for like ever, right? That was a trio.
It could be the duo, trio, and it also operates under the full band, and that's still going.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
I'll also do some events alone or with some other friends, depending on just kind of how it works out. A few corporate things here and there, and that's mostly just based on, we all have different schedules and things like that, and it works. This way, nobody feels overwhelmed. Play at your leisure.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm actually doing this in the car today, and I don't know if that was a mistake, but I guess I'll find out for the sound quality and whatnot. I'm very, very new at this. I'm just a small town interviewer, like I said, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to talk to you and give us a moment of your time. And you've been at it for such a long while now. And I mean, I remember, what, 20 years ago? Like,
Easily, yeah.
yeah, like you've always played, and your brother played. Brian,
Hmm.
is he still playing, or?
Well, dad of two, busy guy. He still plays more so for himself, like at
Yeah,
home and things like that, or if we happen to get together. Um, but yeah, and that's the case in point right there, schedules. So the nights he does get to come out, I try to guilt him onto stage for at least one song.
yeah, yeah.
So, some things are never lost on me that I learned watching my brother. So, like to put him up there every now and again. But same, Dan, like you're somebody I've known we're birthday twins, actually.
Yeah, we are. That's true.
We're birthday twins. And I love when I get an opportunity to go see you play. So it is very smooth. It's very, very nice to watch. So I look forward to having you not in your car so that you can be out there playing and I can catch a show.
Right on. Well, you know what? I might be doing some type of. Uh, it's an idea that I have. I mean, this idea I'm trying out now. I had to think about it for 4 years,
Hmm.
and so sometimes things take time. And but I want to do a show where everybody sings, kind of like The Last Waltz. Do you ever see that movie? It's Eric Clapton and Neil Young and a bunch of singers. They
Hmm.
all get together and they do something really special. And I would like to later put together something like that. I've been talking about it for a while. I was talking to Andy Lowe about it and some other
Hmm.
musicians, and I don't know. So we'll see. But this is a good start, and it's not
Yeah.
just about music either. It's I'm going to be interviewing dentists and you know whoever wants to come on. Really.
Well, I think if you're going to interview a dentist, one of the first things to ask is how many people are hesitant to remove their wisdom teeth to affect their singing.
Yeah, really. So it doesn't matter if you're a baker or a candlestick maker. To me, it's all good. You know, it's just a conversation, and we're all local people here, and trying to do what we can to, build community and, just share positivity generally around. So,
I think you're doing. I always think that you are very much somebody who takes initiative on these things, and I've always appreciated that effort you put forward. So I would happily, obviously, have responded to you today.
well,
Because
thank
I
you.
think it's great. It's a lot of us appreciate the things, but in no way would we put in any kind of legwork. So, like I said, kudos to somebody who has the idea, and B, I don't want to say nerve, but at the same time the nerve to execute the idea. So good on you, and you know, this is what we need.
Well, I was really nervous about this actually.
Were you?
Yeah, just because it's like, what am I doing? And the reason I didn't do it sooner,
Hmm.
you're not going to believe this, but I couldn't figure out how to record a phone call because I didn't have an iPhone until
Okay.
recently. So I was stuck on that one thing, and I'm like, do
Hmm.
I got to get an app or do I
Right.
what I got to do? Like, and then yesterday I was talking to my friend on the phone, and I said, "There's a little button." I pressed it. I'm like, "What does this do? This
Yeah.
records phone calls?" I'm like, "Get out of town!" So that's how it started. And
Well, for anybody, who would end up hearing this and gets any ideas, just know that the person on the receiving end does get notified
yeah,
with a
really,
prompt in advance saying this call is being recorded. So if you think you're going to pull a fast one on your friends, you're not.
that's great. Right on, Allison. Well, I want to thank you again for your time and your talent, your beautiful voice, very strong and it's very pure and heartfelt appreciation for saying yes because I think it was like 6 in the morning when I when I asked you this morning if you wanted to be episode 2 and you said yes right away. So
Had you asked me at 5:30 without a coffee in me yet, you might have got a maybe. But
yeah, really.
but no, happily to do it. And again, thanks, man. Like I think you're a stand-up guy, and I'm glad to see you. I'm glad when I get to see your name pop up.
Well,
'Cause I
thank you
know you're
very
a busy
much.
guy, so it's great, and I look forward to hearing you soon and hearing what's coming next.
Same here. I'll be seeing you this summer, Allison.
Sounds good, Dan. You take care.
You too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.